What's happening? What's happening, good people? How are you guys doing out there? Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your homegirl, Adosha Wright, aka Key Lolo. And boy, oh boy, do we have a special. I'm talking about, let me say it how we say it in the hood, a special. A real special. You know what I'm saying, Cheryl? It's special, y'all. A special edition of the Afro Science YouTube channel. And we have, oh my God, we have so much good news, so much excitement. So we hope you all are ready for some good news. Tomorrow is the election here in the United States, and we are looking forward to our very first female president because it's time. Ain't that right, Cheryl?
Ben time.
It's been time.
Ben
And so,
time.
if you guys are new to our platform, welcome. This is the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. This is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. And so, down there below, we have the one and only Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. That's she. Oh, well, you know what? Let me get my hand claps ready because for two of them, they need some hand claps. You know what I'm saying, Cheryl? So let me get this situation. The Safi, like, what the thought you going to be doing over there? Okay. So let me get my hand claps. Let me try it again, Cheryl. All right, everybody. So welcome to the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. This is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. And down there below, you have the one and only Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. Let's give it up.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa. You know the Browns lost. Be quiet, all right? Okay. And then up to my right or your left, depending on how your camera's orientation is the one and only. I call her my sister, love, friend. Yep. That's right, Mrs. Fatu saying Gaye. She is the founder, the originator, the creator of the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy located in Banjul, Africa. And so, in Banjul, Gambia. And that's in West Africa for those of y'all who like to represent West Side, all right, okay. And then down below is my little niece. That's right, my little niece. Well, she's not little. Recent college graduate. Yeah, she just graduated from college. Of course, I was all in the chat like, go. And she was like, I can hear you, Auntie. I can hear you. It's my beautiful niece, the lovely Miss Safi. There she is. So put your hands together for Miss Safi. Yes. She's doing big things over at the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. She's responsible for all of the social media, all of the marketing and this campaign that we're doing today. So this is a fundraising campaign for the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. I announced it, I think it was Saturday. And the goal is to raise $500. I text Fatu in the middle of the night, like, girl, folks that sent money in already. We got us a cool $130. That's a bomb drop right there. Hold on, let me drop the bomb on that. You see what I'm saying? Oh, no. So I'm like, oh, that was my bomb. There it is. All right. Sorry.
There you go.
That was a bomb drop situation there. So our goal is to raise. What's up, Yate? What's up, Rashida? Hello, everybody over on all the social media platforms. We're going to do a couple of shout outs. So yes, so this is an official fundraising event here, and we're going to give you some wonderful reasons about why you should donate to this school because we have two great surprises, and I'm just waiting for Fatu to come back in. But as we do that, Cheryl, what do you think about Fatu and them opening up a brand new campus of the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy?
I wish it was here.
Look at Safi. Safi like, no, America, wait your turn.
I wish it was here. Right?
You wish it was, yeah.
It's so important. Just the whole beauty education, the whole history, the whole legacy of what it actually means, especially in the 21st century, moving ahead as we are moving into a whole new energy. And so I just want to say, first of all, congratulations to all you guys are doing. Bring it here, please. Bring it here.
All right.
Yeah, just amazing. And I know it's an amazing group of people. Because you've been there, LaDosha, and I know it's just
man. I've been there. I cried to get there. I was praying to God like, you. Oh my God. You gonna just let me go on to Africa. I can't take it no more. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you guys on a journey of how we got here to this moment today and why Cheryl Morrow's presence is uberly important to this venture. But before we do that, first of all, I want to give a couple of shout outs. So I am extremely honored to have Kefele, the King of Lock, is in the chat over on Instagram. So what's happened? I actually used a clip of him and Fatu together because he attended our very first Afro Hair Science Summit. So he has a little cameo appearance. I did a small short film that chronicles our journey together to raise the standards on the edge of education and cosmetology and barbering. And that you're doing good when your family come through. So my uncle Laffy is in the chat. Hey, uncle, how you doing? So welcome. Of course, LinkedIn. This is LinkedIn is the professional platform is where all the cool professional people hang out. And so we have to highlight the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy and all of their accomplishments on LinkedIn as well, because professionalism in our industry is very, very important. And so LinkedIn, we appreciate your support as always here on the Afro Hair Science channel. And then last but not least, of course, we have Instagram and Facebook, which is like our peoples. So we really, really love the support that you guys have shown, Cheryl and I. Our goal is to definitely help change the narrative about Afro hair because of the simple fact, one of the first things that I learned prior to meeting Cheryl was just how much we have never had access. And unfortunately, even in some instances, we've been denied information about our contribution to the barbering and cosmetology industry. Can you pick up from there, Cheryl, and talk about that denial? And we'll talk about your dad a little bit after you do that. What's up, Zane? It's an honor to have you in the chat, Zane. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Of course, most people would confuse the Afro movement with Afro education. And sometimes we get caught up in the just the formal education of what cosmetology, and people just assume that we learn Afro hair science. And so here in North America, when Mr. Morrow created that particular hairstyle, that was indicative of just the pride, and then having the tools, because of course Mr. Morrow had not seen a Afro pick prior to him creating that whole particular movement. But of course, the lack of history, just the lack of just even the comb, even the tools, even that particular kind of education just did not exist prior to the Afro hair movement in North America in the 60s. But somehow cosmetology, just as a profession, decided to just avoid that whole movement. And so as we move along into, the later in the 80s and 90s and the early 2000s, we just began to wing everything. And so this is so important that we connect with brothers and sisters in the whole continent, regardless of where it starts. And we're glad restarting in the Gambia, and it's a pleasure to just know you guys.
It's such a
Yeah,
pleasure.
yeah.
So what we're gonna do is what's going on, Miss Jean Williams? That's right, Dr. Jean Williams over in
That's
Wichita,
right.
Kansas. So we appreciate, and again, welcome everybody. This is a very special episode. It's a fundraising episode. I do have the Cash App link is actually in the chat, and our goal, you guys are definitely participating in helping to change the narrative about education in cosmetology and barbering. And we have with us my sister love friend friend, the founder of the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy, Mrs. Fatu Gaye, and my beautiful niece, Mrs. Safi, sitting up there, just looking all beautiful and everything. And so, what we're going to do is take you guys on a journey of how Fatu and I came together and why we are at this point. And again, we have to highlight the importance of Cheryl Morrow, because there was a missing link in the education that I knew it was something there, you know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't find it. And I was turning to the collegiate world, for the answer. And I just could not find it. And so I found it here on social media, actually Facebook. And so Cheryl responded. And so with that, oh shoot, we got our Nova Scotia sister
Come
in that.
on, man.
What's happening, Miss Samantha? I know you don't think we're coming to Nova Scotia, but we are. We are definitely going to come to Nova Scotia. Can you drop your organization in the chat? She has a wonderful beauty culturalist association.
That's right.
In Nova Scotia, and so we met her through Facebook. So so this is a perfect segue into how I actually met Fatu. So here in the United States, particularly Cleveland, Ohio, well, the state of Ohio, there's this big at the time there was this big push for the new niche now boutique license. But before that, it was just a big movement for this new thing called natural hairstylists, which are people who do braids, locks, twists, coils, or wash and go hairstyles. And so this sector of people wanted to be able to work freely, not only here in Cleveland, Ohio, but in the actual United States of America, which we are for free enterprise. Don't get it twisted, boo. This is America. However, there seemed to be a little, skerbuttle, or whatever you want to call it, between what education for them. And so the education has always been a must, if nothing but for the sake of argument and time. As Africans, we are just pro education. Period. We're going to start with just end that right there. But there was a group of people, and I'm just going to name the group of people. It would be the Institute for Justice. And so they are Republicans. Now, this is a non-bipartisan situation, but I do have to call out the people who were contributing to this divide. And so the Institute for Justice, along with Americans for Prosperity, they are for free enterprise, which we are not against free enterprise, but we are for education. Their argument for free enterprise for braiders was that, first of all, and you had African Americans who were agreeing with this. We are descendants of slaves, and braiding is our birthright. We brought this over from Africa during slavery, and we don't need nobody teaching us how to do hair. And I said, well, that's the most un-African thing I've ever heard, because last I checked, you can't braid hair. And now, this is not the entire continent, but there are, for the most part, and just about every country in the continent of Africa, cosmetology, or they call it more affectionately known as hairdressing, is a legitimate career. Okay, this is not a hustle in Mama Africa. And so what I did was I wrote a letter I sent an email to just about every single cosmetology school on the continent that I could find, and to ask them if they could just pretty much write a letter stating that in their particular country or their region, that you have to have a cosmetology license to braid, lock, twist, coil, Afro hair, or natural hair in their country. And the first person to respond was none other than there she is down there, my sister. Point her out, Cheryl. What's she at? Point her out. Who's saying gay? And so now, Cheryl told me that her father told her that if you don't have pictures to have receipts, then guess what? What did he say, Cheryl?
It didn't happen.
So Cheryl's father said, if you don't have any pictures to prove what you did, then guess what? It didn't happen. And it just so happened, bam! I got receipts. There she is. So Fatu was so down for the cause, right? Fatu said, not only will I send the letter, I will come to America and tell them to their face,
Oh,
you
that's what I'm
cannot
talking about.
you cannot braid hair in West Africa professionally. Now, what you do in your home is your own business, because that country, of course, is for free enterprise as well. So again, this is not a non-free enterprise zone. That is not what we're saying. But education is important. So with that being said, Fatu, can you just share with everybody what gave you the unmitigated gall to get on an airplane and fly all the way? I gotta say all the way, because in America we
All
have
the
to
way.
drive. If we have to fly to California, oh my God, you're gonna fly all the way to California. And I always say no, Africa. Tell them, Cheryl, is what?
All the
All
way.
the way, okay. But you flew in all the way from Africa to come and speak at the Ohio State Board of Cosmetology. This was actually a board meeting to share with them that, in fact, you do need to have uh, qualifications in education and licensure to braid hair professionally. So, what made you do that?
You got, oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my sisters. Happy to see you, Cheryl. I really miss you. And
Yes.
hope you and I hope that you will come to Gambia as well.
Oh, yeah,
Looking
I gotta
forward to
come.
seeing you. It will mean a lot to us.
Yes.
Let us say the vision was right. The vision was very clear. And we had a common passion, and the passion was education. And I believed in education. You can do hair, you can do whatever you want, but if you do not learn how to do it, then you cannot be an expert in it.
Yes.
And with hair, it's very delicate. We use chemicals sometimes with the hair. We have to know the techniques. What do you
Mhm.
tell me about a kiss? You've given me that word, and I still have it. You must have the
I
knowledge,
got
you
it.
must know the
I got it.
techniques. You must know
Keep
how to do it right.
the
Yes,
KISS principle is to keep it so simple.
sounds simple.
All
Yes,
right, keep it so simple. Go
exactly.
ahead.
Yes, but also know it. I've learned through Akumen that they said, do it right always. It's better than doing it easy. If you do it right, you keep on doing it right. But if you want to do it easy, you keep on doing it easy and getting the mistakes all the time. So let us do it right. That was the vision. Your vision was very clear to me. And I said, okay, if this is the case, I have to come because we're sisters. If you
Mhm.
believe that you're African Americans, then we are sisters. We are together. Then I
Absolutely.
said, my sister needed support in something that is education. That is something that we have to put forward. Then the U.S. Embassy in the Gambia too was very supportive in this course to support me, facilitate it for me to come down. So when I came also, I went to the state board, talked to them, but Ladosa did not relent. She was always there trying to support me. She drove all the way from Cleveland to Cincinnati, pick me up, so that we have another conversation around this. And it has bring us together as sisters, blood sisters, I mean sisters. Because it's now from 2008 to date, that's a long time.
Yes.
It's a long time that we've been communicating and doing these things. And still the love is mutual. Still the passion we had is mutual. Still we're talking about education and how to educate the people to do it right. When they do it right, then everybody is safe. We all have a safe space. And through this, she has also come back to the Gambia, to the homeland, to also give back.
Mhm.
Giving back and giving us the best cosmetology curriculum that the Gambia can use. And if you go to NACA, we've used the National Accreditation Authority to work on this document, and it was validated by government. It's now used by schools in the Gambia. And that is also something that she has done to her motherland, the Gambia. And we're all Africans if I go back to this. That
All
is
right,
why
let's
it
give you a
happened.
big round of applause for that, because that's something that people don't they kind of think like, oh, Ladosha just went over there with them Western values and tried to, impose on them people, straightening their hair and trying to, acculturate and appropriate. I did not.
You did not. You did
I
the
did
best that
not.
you can do for your people back. And visiting the heritage, the places that resonates a lot to who you are, where you come from, has been a lot of learnings to you. So our partnership is always something that we do. You give and we take, and we always learn through this process, and we're
Oh
learning a
my
lot with this.
God.
This was the entry when she was coming to the Gambia. She
Yeah.
had the best
Oh
VIP that
my
we could have
God.
given.
I, I, I,
Everybody was happy from the airport to wherever we go to,
and
and
Oh
I
she
will, I
knows the
will
risk
put the
of how these things happen.
yes, and I will include the link to that interview from the
Mm.
Gambia television, who was
Yeah.
there awaiting my arrival. But I won't show the one where I was just crying the whole time, like, "What you
oh yeah.
guys doing? Why
Oh
y'all
yeah.
do me like this?" I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
Fatu was like, "Stop that crying." I was like, "Oh my!" I'm telling you guys, this was like,
Yeah.
hey, the entry, the
Mm.
welcome was like, there are no words to
Uh,
capture
uh,
how they
Mm.
welcomed
no
me. And
words.
sure, I'm sure your father got the
Mm.
same welcome, didn't he?
Man.
Man, you
And
ain't.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody needs to
man.
go home to Africa. Get out them books
So,
and get on the airplane. That's what you guys need to do, okay? And don't
Man.
forget, hit the Cash App. Any donation that you make is going to be great. So there's my arrival with Fatu. Safi's somewhere back up in there, and there's Barbara Carr. Look at little Anna. You know they're all grown now, but anywho, so we had traveled with 5 delegates. Rashida, where you at, Ronchina?
Oh,
Rashida,
so she don't win it
Rashida
with you?
came with us. My boss, Lavina, rocked
Wow.
it out. The wonderful, wonderful Lydia, I'm sorry, Kearney,
yeah.
I'm messing up her last name. So she was our official photographer. And then we had Cesare, we call her Chaz, my dear friend. And this was the delegates, and this was called the Textures Intercultural Exchange 2019. And we have to give a super duper shout out to all of the organizations who made that trip possible, starting with number one, Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish. Y'all, these are people behind the scene. You guys are like, I don't like this person. These people, when I tell you they fought too, they showed up and they showed out. So in case you are not aware, Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish was the bomb.com and donating. Okay, so big ups to Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish. They pay for all of the t-shirts, all of the right libraries, marketing. Sam Silk, his beautiful wife, Zenobia, we call her Lady Z, opened up the purse book and was like, what do you need? All right. So big up to Sam Silk. Also the YWCA. We also had Druid Heights Community Center in Baltimore. What's up? Baltimore was in the house. Baltimore even came through for us. Then we had that dirty South Atlanta. That's right.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So Atlanta definitely came through. So we had a gentleman from the bookstore, Mr. Cass. So we appreciate you so much. And then of course the Revis Design Team Hair Salon. We had so many people who
The Cleveland
donated.
Library also supported us.
Yes, I was finna get to
Yeah.
that. So yes, the Cleveland Public
Mhm.
Library. So let me, Fatu, are like, come on, don't you move it too slow. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like this little bit excited. You know what I'm saying? What's hey, Zay, you know how it is when you're a little bit excited, you just can't get it all out. So here, is the library. And so that was
Ah,
Mr. Felton, and then also Dr. Sadie Winlock. These are the people behind the scenes. Like, you guys are from Cleveland. You may know some of these names, like Mr. Come on now. And the head or the president of the Cleveland Public Library. I hope I'm saying it right. He might be a CEO, but anyway, he is like such a homeboy and a family man and a loving, and he was just all for. I cried the whole time. And you
I
know
know you
what?
did.
You know what he said to me, Cheryl? He told me that my books would take me around the world. This was a year before the library was even, before I even got a chance to get to that point. So a year later, I came back to him, and it was Dr. Sadie Winlock who I pitched the ideal to. She and Waverly, yep, La Barbaria. These people, I'm telling y'all, they was very generous. Okay, very generous. Also, Dr. Lathartis Goggins. All of the material, the pictures that you see came from him. Of course, we have Susan Hall, Dotson. So she definitely helped us out a lot. Kent State University, Dr. Tamika Ellington. These are real people. You can go and check these people out in real life. And my son, Craig Taylor, is responsible for all of the graphics that you see. Mr. Patrick, the computers, Happy, all of the customers from the Revis Design Team Hair Salon donated those computers. And so, so the Cleveland Public Library, that's how that went down. And so here we are teaching, by the way. So teaching. Now, this was an intercultural exchange. So we taught them some things and they taught us some things. And so hair coloring would be wonderful to add as an income earning potential for the students and the licensed people over in the Gambia. So hair coloring was the one thing that they were just like all over. They had rolling blackouts, right? And so the lights were out.
Mm.
Right, Cheryl. So I was like, here I go. Remember this, Safi? I was like, oh well, the lights went out.
They said,
I guess
hell
we're
no.
just I guess we'll just have to table this to the morning. Check this out, chat. They pulled them cell phone lights, cell phones out and was like, nope, keep teaching. I was like, oh, are you guys serious? They was like, yeah, we're serious. So special thank you to Rashida, who was, oh my God, I love Rashida with all of my heart. I mean, we're nothing without our friends. So
Yes.
again, thank you guys so much. A couple of shout outs. Deanna is real over on Instagram. TC, what's up, TC baby? Latoya, Miss Jules, the king of locking again, my uncle. And then also right here in the chat, we appreciate you guys again so much for helping us change the narrative about the education in cosmetology. So Reggae Wonderland, my sister, I love you so much. Everybody, Miss Jean, so everybody in the chat, we really, really appreciate you, especially Miss Samantha. So now we are to the point where you have a new campus. So how did you get there? And then we're going to talk to Safi about promoting this. So here is just a little glimpse of the new you got creativity, all these wonderful points. So tell us about the new campus and how'd you get there to the new campus? Why? What was that all about?
Thank you so much, my sister. The new campus was given to us by a visionary educationist. She had a school and closed the school for 4 years because the husband passed away and she couldn't run the whole school. She had a nursery, primary school, and a high school. Then the high school she closed because she didn't have somebody to help. And she was a little bit down at the time the husband passed away. So when she heard about me and the work that I do, she also watched some of the videos of me being interviewed on TV. Then she reached out through one of my staff and then reached out and we visited the place. And she said, I want to hand over this place to you because your vision, it's very clear to me. Your vision is to empower youth and women. And for me, if I have women around me being empowered, I think that I have accomplished a lot of things. So that was the connection we had. Like the connection I had with you to make sure that education is key, to make sure that people do the right thing with regards to hair and cosmetology. That's the vision she had with supporting women, empowering women. And she thought if she empowered me, giving me this big school, I can make a difference. And yes,
Absolutely.
we have made that difference because the government also, when they visited the center, they asked which skills I would like to do. Then I talk about event planning because now we had a lot of events and people cannot plan events, they cannot decorate their places. And they said, okay. And I had a project with the EU working with a handicraft promoting the Gambian identity outside of the Gambia. And I've also asked for that accreditation. It was given by government. They separated now the hair and the beauty. You can do hair and then someone would like to do massage, beauty, pedicure, manicure. It can be separated. They did that and give me both certificate and diploma level. Before we only had certificate, but now we had certificate and diploma throughout all our courses. So today we did the grand opening. And we cannot do this without coming back to you, my sister Ladosa. You've done so much for us. You believe in our course. You've been very supportive, supporting students to learn at the center, enhancing the capacity with a library. There is no skill center in the Gambia that had a library. But we were very fortunate to have a library and we named that library after you with your legacy. And when I came to, we talked about Sarol and the dad and all what they did. So when we had this banner up and it was you, Sarol's dad, and all the important people that have worked in the hair industry, that's a milestone for us. You were emotional, but I was so emotional today. I even told Safi, will I be able to make a speech today? She said, you will, mommy, because you're very hardworking. We're very proud of you. She said all those things had motivated me to go out there and do it. Looking at the banner in the hairdressing class give me a lot more of inspiration because I only see inspirational people around that board. And for me to have a little picture around that, that's a world to me. Sarol, thank you for allowing us to use your dad's photo to put it there. I was thinking after that, then I said, what they've done should have been written down on that banner so that the students will also learn and go online and emulate the work that they have done and see the great things that have happened and what they have done in their lives that have made us to today try to replicate or do more or do exactly as they do. So this is for us. This is for us, Africa. This is for us, the American African. This is for us to support and empower our women and give them a chance, give them a right to stand up and talk about themselves. So I feel that I'm a little bit accomplished, but accomplished through your support, accomplished through the partners that we have, accomplished through the people that understands what we want to do and what we are doing. Because what we're doing is real. We've graduated over 6,500 young people. 80% of
Wow.
them are gainfully employed. They're doing it
Wow.
themselves. They're not seeking for jobs now, but they're creating the jobs for themselves and creating it for other people. Every one person that I've trained, I believe, will support 10 people on the way. And if I graduate 6,500, that can go to that 656, yeah, 6,500 young people. That can go in thousands of young women that are also empowered on the way. So that we're doing together. This is
Mm.
something, this is a noble cause that we all getting into. A noble cause that we're teaching the people to do it right and never do it easy. Because what is right stays with you and gives you more added value in what you do. And then again, I believe that this center will help me to cope a lot of illegal migration that the Gambia is facing right now and also Africa is facing. A lot of young people believe that if they go to the Western world, that is where they can make it. But they can stay here and do more. How can they do that? Empower them with skills, empower them with the right skills at the right time so that wherever they are, they'll use those skills to excel. They'll use those skills to stand up for themselves, be independent, be socially independent, be economically independent. And the economic independence doesn't only stay with them, but it goes through to their families because they'll support them and they'll also add value to their national economy. That is where I wanted to fight. Fight so that women cannot be used, cannot be abused anymore. You know, the female
Mhm.
genital mutilation can stop. The FGM can stop. The gender-based violence can stop because if a woman is empowered, if they can stand for themselves, they would not let anybody use them. But they rather start thinking of how to create, how to add value, how to innovate in what they do. And that can give them a competitive edge because in that, they'll think outside of the box and do more. So
Wow.
together we can change this narrative. Together we can
Mhm.
work and change the narrative and support our women. For me,
Wow.
I'm a
That's
feminist, and I always say that
yeah, yeah.
wherever
That
I am.
that Fatu, that is wow. Can everybody put a hand clap emoji in the chat? The other thing I just want to make clear, and that's Fatu did such an eloquent job of pointing it out, is that education is not in is free enterprise should not be in lieu of education. And
Yes.
she just explained to you why and how education can enhance free enterprise. If it wasn't for free enterprise, I would not have even been able to go over to Africa. So donations like what you guys are pouring into this school right now is extremely appreciated. $500, it may seem like nothing here, but the Gambia is what I would like to call an up and coming country. And she just said, you don't have to leave, the Gambia to make it. And what they're looking for is education. I'm going to show some, as a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I drop some images of how many people were showing up to this class while I was there. I'm talking about Rashida can testify, Lydia can testify, Lovina, Chaz can testify, and even Staffy. These people were sitting on each other's laps to get this education. It was so hot, I almost had to teach naked. And so it's if when Fatu said, I'm going to name the classroom after you and put this big wall of honor up, and I was like, no, Fatu, don't be doing all of that. Fatu was like, no, 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 no. And now I get it now. It's not about vanity and just having your name up there. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's really about the legacy. Education is it's a very African centric, if that's your thing, which is humanity. It's human, because we all borrow and learn from one another, and the free enterprise is birthed out of that education. So Cheryl, you're here. Everybody is here. We promised you guys a surprise. So Cheryl, I hope you get ready for this. I think this is what your father has been looking for from us as an industry, from the beginning of his whole purpose for why he did what he did. And in case you're doubting that your donation won't make a difference, in case you're doubting that education really don't, I mean, after all, it's just cosmetology. It ain't like, y'all about to say, do open heart surgery. In case you're doubting, it's just barbering. I mean, that anybody could do a lineup. I mean, if that, I get it. But we didn't get to this point, especially in this country, as descendants of slavery. And I learned in Africa, I'm not a descendant of slavery. I'm a descendant from a stolen tribe. You hear they sold us. Well, you need to go over to Africa and hear their history, not the one that we're taught here in America, because everybody has a story about that. We're not denying, but there are other stories. And so what I'm about to show you is the epitome in my own personal world of what happens when people pour into you. You never know. My father told me, always be a lady, always be LaDosha, because you never know who's watching. And these are the people who helped me get my stuff together when I was raggedy. So Cheryl, open your eyes for this. So this is the beginning. You're going to love this one. Everybody, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is, Cheryl. Oh, you don't want none. Come on, y'all.
Oh
Put
my
your hands
God.
together. This is a true surprise right here. There you go, guys. When we say it takes a village, this is the epitome of it takes a village.
Oh
This
my
is what we're
God.
talking about in our world of cosmetology. We talk about excellence. We talk about the future, as a brother Unc would say, we're space age Africans. This is this is the epitome. So when you go over, I'm telling you, when you go over to the Gambia, when you go over to the Gambia, you go over to the school, you check it out. You got a classroom, LaDosha Wright, cosmetology. There it is. You got this beautiful wall of honor. And these are the people who make me be who I am. Number 1, Fatu.
Wow.
Nothing without Fatu. Then of course we have there the one and only I'm so excited. His name just escaped me. George Washington Carver. Nothing. We would be nothing without. I mean, nothing. Then there's Key Lolo. Then we have Annie Turbo Malone. This is the woman who taught Madam C.J. Walker. This is the woman who graduated over, Cheryl just said, 2,000 women in cosmetology
29.
before. How many? How many was it?
29,000.
29,000,
Wow.
not 2,000,
Wow.
29,000 people. This woman graduated in cosmetology before America even had a cosmetology program, before there was a Camiglia, before there was a Miladies. Annie Turbo Malone had did it. And then, of course, I know y'all, I'm sorry, I know I should cry, but I can't help it. Without Dr. Morrow, we would not be able to do this. It just would not be. It just could not be. So Dr. Morrow is definitely there. Your father would be so happy. I hope he's very proud of you, Cheryl, for accepting my invite to help me find out what's missing in our world of beauty. It's not just a white thing or a black thing or a purple thing or an American thing or an African thing, or it's all of us, guys. It's all of us. And then last but not least, we have the illustrious Olive Benson. Y'all could tell I got my little boot bootleg Olive Benson, still rocking it out. There you have it. Be so kind to open up your purse strings and hit that Cash App and donate to these people, because this is what we do here. In the name, of education. This is very, very important. And Fatu just shared with you guys that the curriculum is very real. It is not a joke. Okay. Also, there it is. It's up on
Oh
the
my
wall.
God.
So yeah,
That
there
is
it is. This is
absolutely
absolutely.
fascinating.
It's CJ. Big ups to my son, Craig Taylor. Oh my God. Without CJ, I don't even. I have
I know.
no words.
We love you, CJ.
We love you,
We
CJ.
love you,
CJ,
CJ.
yeah,
You know, he's
CJ.
been so hardworking, really dedicated to our cause. Definitely. Very,
So
very
with
dedicated to whatever we do.
so with
Thank
that
you.
being
Same
said,
as Sophie. That is what I have in
I was
house.
just getting
Anytime
ready
I
to.
need something,
So Safi and
uh,
CJ are responsible for really, making sure we have the graphics. But Safi, can you speak to us why
come in.
promoting your mom's school, your school, it's your school too.
Mhm.
Why promoting this is so important to you, and what's the power of graphics and just marketing and promoting the school? So one, why is it important? And then two, why the medium of social media and graphic design, why it's so important.
Thank you for having me today. So I actually studied business management and I got a first class honors. By the way, I got a first class
Congrats
honors.
again.
All
And
right, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta get my. Don't y'all leave now. She said first class honors graduate. That ain't no small feat right there. Come on, put the hand clap emoji for my little niece. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Okay, wait. Did you show it? Hold on. Let me move this out the way. Hold on. Wait a minute. I need to give me a little assistant right here. Okay, there. Okay, bring it back up. Where did it go? Did you show it?
oh no.
Okay, she says no. Okay, so she's graduated from college with honors. Okay, so continue.
Yes, so one of the modules that I did was marketing and branding, which also helped me to focus on protecting the image of Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. So actually a few months back when NACA accredited the trainers of Gaye Njorro with full license, that's when I began to think about promoting the next school. So that's when we started to engage with celebrities, artists, to do some promotions for us. Um, some influential people basically in Gambia, and that really helped us to get more audience and more visibility, local and international as well. So based on the graphics and social media as well, it is my passion for now. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I remember when I started back in 2018, when I just finished high school, my mom was like, "Oh, you need to come, you need to come, you need to come." And then I was just playing around with social media. And then now it's my hobby. I can do it anytime. And with the school, I actually work with Alex. He does the photography for me in Gambia. He takes pictures, videos from scratch, from the beginning of building and renovation of Kotu. He's been there, so we've been promoting from TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp channels as well. So it has really been powerful, thank God. And now we're here. We've been doing countdowns to let people know, okay, it's coming, it's coming. So far, so good. Now we're here.
Mm. Now, do you feel that having or using, number one, having the social media available and using it, is it really, do you think it reaches out to the youth differently? Especially, in a country, like the Gambia, that's up and coming and growing. Do you feel like social media helps reach those kids? Because Rashida just wrote in the chat that your mom, you guys' school is, whole mission is to keep youth off the street and, of course, out of danger. So, do you feel like social media is affording you guys the opportunity to reach the youth?
Yes, absolutely. Especially when it's time to promote admissions, we actually boost the post to reach a wider audience based on international levels. Because most of the students that come in, um, their sponsors are from abroad. So we get higher audience when we post our posts from celebrities as well, influencers, um, through organizing events as well, like the Pink October event we
Mm-hmm.
did last month. It was really good because we had more visibility, especially on Twitter, from skills institutions in Rwanda reaching out to us. So it's really good. Social media
Right.
is powerful.
Social media is definitely very powerful. Now, do you mind sharing with us in your social media campaign, like what type of youth is there age, like who can attend the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy as you promote and market this?
So it's quite a large based audience, most particularly from 15 upwards, because we are not trying to bridge the gap for TVET education, for skills education. So mostly we receive a couple of students from 15 years, sometimes 16 upwards, but it's been just few from the beginning. But now we tend to see a lot of kids when they have summer holidays or when they want to take a gap year from school and want to do skills. We see them coming now, trying to do part time, which is really good. So it's
Mhm.
quite a large, broad based audience for us.
Okay. All right. I know your mom is trying to get some internet connection there. So I'm just going to, if you could, we got one more surprise. So stick around and keep
Yes.
donations coming. Don't forget, just click the cash up and whichever amount you feel so inclined to donate on behalf of the Gaye and Joe Skills Academy, the country of Gambia. We appreciate you all. It does make a difference. So, talk about your catering program, just a little bit, a couple of sentences about this is one of the courses that
Mhm.
you can take when you attend. Now, of course, this is in West Africa. If y'all want to go over there and get some, go ahead on. They got international exchange now. It costs to get over there, but it's very affordable. Okay, so talk about your catering program that you offer.
Catering, it's really a very multidimensional course that allows the youth and women to explore various industrial sectors basically. I can remember last 2 weeks we participated at the International Chefs Day competition, and it went very successful, honestly. Sometimes we get to see some influential chefs. One of them won the jollof rice competition. So we
Baby,
get,
listen, they don't want none.
Ah,
oh
Baby,
yes,
listen. Y'all better get over to Africa. Rashida gonna tell y'all. Tell them, Rashida, tell them.
oh yes. So the course is quite diverse. They get a lot of opportunities to visit hotels as well, restaurants, do some internships, which really helps them as well. There's someone in the rural area in the Gambia that was featured by the International Trade Center. Yeah,
And
with the
let me just
support of
tell you
them.
guys, when we were over there, we ran into a lot of fancy universities from all over the world. But what
Mm,
impressed me the most is when we went over to Janjambure, we met the Stoneman, may he rest in peace. Um,
mm.
but I actually bumped into an official from UNESCO. I was like, y'all better get it, the Gambia. Y'all best to recognize the Gambia, and this country is just oozing for international exchange. And one of the reasons what really propelled me to help them write their cosmetology curriculum was so that they could be included in the international platform of barbering and cosmetology, because without it, they were not able to do that. And so, and this is where Cheryl's dad really, really, really comes into play, because we needed some quality education to go inside that curriculum where they are learning what we're not learning in America. I
Yes,
hate to
I'm here.
brag,
Can you hear me now?
but the
Uh-huh.
Gambia got it going. Okay. So next up, highlight event planning. I don't know if you or your mom wants to talk about this. Is a course that you can also
Okay.
take.
I can talk about the event planning.
Okay.
Yes, the event planning is a new course that we've just added. And now in the Gambia, a lot of programs are happening, events happening, international conferences happening as well. So we see an opportunity that young people can also have a chance to, if they learn the skills, we can have good planners, good event decorators, interior and exterior decorations, and they can always work from waste to add value to what people thought that it's wasted and bring it back to life. So we said, okay, let's do the event planning. So when it started, then our students now are hired for shows, musicians hire them to go and decorate events for them, naming ceremonies, weddings and all that. It has a great potential for growth and great potential also to make money. So our students are making a great they're really doing very well in this course. Really, really
Okay.
doing well.
All right,
Yes,
next up.
this is
Now, come
something
on,
that is
guys,
really needed.
put y'all hands together. Put some hand clap emojis about that. I'm telling y'all now. This is what's happening in the Gambia. Don't go looking for this down on 55th and Woodland and over there on uh El Cajun. Okay, you're not gonna find it. I'm sorry, it's El
Oh, see, here
Cajon.
you go. Here you go.
You're not going to find this over on El Cajon Boulevard. Okay, you're going to have to go to the Gambia that's located in the West Africa at, I call it the illustrious Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. All right, this is at their new campus as well. Okay, so next up, let's talk about tailoring. So what is that, and what can the students look for in this program?
So, do you want to say something on the tailoring?
Yes. So tailoring, it's quite diverse. It's quite eye-opening to all students and anyone that wants to join, because we currently hired someone from Ghana, from Kwame Nkrumah University. He's
Wow.
actually an expert in fashion and design, so it's really helping us to explore dynamics of fashion, of design. Students also get to experience in different sectors, in sewing stores, open their own businesses, participate in fashion events. So tailoring is a good course as well for anyone that's interested. So far, so good.
All right. Okay. So just to kind of recap, in case you're just, coming into the live, welcome. This is a very special edition here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel, as we are highlighting the illustrious Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. They have opened up their new campus. Where is it located, Safi?
At Koto.
Okay, and
Cool.
Koto. Okay, so that's where it's located in the Gambia. Thank you so much, Dr. Spritz. He says he loves this, and Dr. Spritz,
Hey, Dr.
he
Spritz.
yes, he actually now, and you know what? People kind of see cosmetologists as like one dimensional, group of profession, but actually, we're cosmetologists are multi-layered professionals, as all others are. But Dr. Spritz, believe it or not, he's a seamstress, and so I'm not surprised that he
Oh,
wrote that he loves this. I chopped up one of my shirts real bad. It was, oh my god. And he actually has a sewing machine in the hair salon. He does. And he fixed it. And so again, you can get tailoring. This is a
That's
course that
good.
you can take at the Gaye Njorro Skills
I
Academy.
love
All
it.
right,
I
that's
love it. I
available.
love it. I love it. I
And
love
then
it.
last but not least, we save one of the best, because they're all the best for last.
Oh,
The
goodness.
talk about the hairdressing, beauty, and cosmetology. And can you explain hairdressing for those who's not familiar with the term hairdressing here in the States?
Okay, thank you. The hairdressing beauty cosmetology is the most marketable skill that we have. A lot of young people registered for this course. Um, because we also had the best curriculum, come on, to use this. Because my sister Ladosa did it for us, and she's always been supportive. When there was COVID, we were the only institution to go on live to still continue learning because of the help that you've given us at that time. People give us a trust in these skills because they know that we've championed this, we've started this force, and we're doing very well, making waves everywhere in the Gambia in this particular course. I believe that hairdressing, we also do hairdressing, beauty, and massage. And our students works in the hotels. They have a lot of opportunities to open their own businesses. They have opportunities to work on fashion shows, fashion runways. We took them on attached internships. We hardly get our students roaming about not getting internship, and they create the jobs immediately as they finish. Because as a cosmetologist, as soon as you finish school, you can grab your bag, put your combs, put your shampoos and everything, and go around to people's houses and do it. And at the end of the day, most of them had their own salons that they work in, creating
Ah,
jobs, employing
yes,
other
I'm
people,
telling
and that
you.
is also a milestone for us. So I believe that the skills, all the skills we're giving are marketable. Because if you
Yes.
do catering, you can stay at home and cook and people will buy. If you do fashion, you can sew the dresses, put it online, people will buy. And social media is very powerful. And
Y'all
our
see my
learning
outfit?
it's all blended with
Oh,
entrepreneurship and employability skills. So as you learn, and you also learning to be an entrepreneur.
Fatu, look down at the camera.
Yes,
Look
when
down.
you
There you
finish, the
go.
first thing you will do is to just create your own job. Before you even finish, you start, working and earning money. So we make sure that they understand what they're doing and know that the future should be bright. They just work after 3, 4 months, start doing makeups for people, doing hair for people, getting money. The example is Anna, my daughter. She went to the UK. Within a week, she got a job. She's working in a salon. And these are things that tells you that it's marketable. Wherever you are, you can fit in and get a job to do. Know how to
Absolutely.
do it right,
Absolutely.
use the right techniques, and then you'll be there.
All right, we got Miko over there supporting us over on Instagram. Thank you so much, Miko. She said hard work, dedication, and I have my jacket that I have one now. The students made this in the Gambia. Let me just tell you this: while we were in the Gambia, so when I tell you, it was, oh my gosh, it was intense. Every day it was intense. But Americans, we're Africans, okay? We got to get off, right? So we waited to the last minute where we wanted to get us some clothes made, right? And so Fatu said, we will take you to the seamstress and, he'll mess you up and you just tell him what you want. Now, when I
but
tell y'all we wanted some stuff, we wanted some stuff. Okay. Now, if fashion is your thing, you need to get over to the Gambia. You ain't seen no fashion. I just can't. I'm telling y'all, people were walking around like they were going to a wedding. I'm like, where's she going? They was like, to the store. I'm like, we always be feeling embarrassed about. Listen, they if swag was a person, go to the Gambia. So we wanted our clothes. Now Rashida's in the chat. Lydia, Lovina, all of us, we all wanted gear. We didn't want just any of. We wanted special gear, right? So we had to leave that morning, and we went to them that afternoon. Do you know, before we left that country, that man
it was
had
done.
every single outfit made to a T,
T.
baby. So I
T.
don't want to hear nothing about no appropriation and acculturation. This
I mean,
what we do. Go ahead,
everybody.
Cheryl. Go ahead,
No.
Cheryl. Take it
Everybody
away.
loves. We love the fashion. We love the European fashion. Boom. But let me tell you something. The skill and craftsmanship of African designers are by far the measurements. I don't know if I ever told you this, Fatu, but we went to Senegal, and let me tell you, just so I can corroborate, Ladosha, your experience, man. I think he took the measurements in the lobby. We went to go eat. By the time we got upstairs, all of a sudden we heard knock, 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 knock. He was like, "Oh, who is that?" I have the samples. I'm like, God damn.
Put your hands together for the Gambia. No
My
word.
dad said, "This is my they kin to me. This is my tribe right here."
I mean, here's the thing. I think everybody in the chat, especially if you're African American, we were all brought up in homes where our parents were constantly telling us, you know, ain't nothing that hard, stop being lazy,
Right.
Johnny on the spot. If you on time, you're late, all this stuff that we thought our parents were just being so hard. When I got to Africa, I'm telling you, it all made sense. And my mother had never stepped a foot on the continent. I don't know if my mother got on the airplane until she was damn near 60, okay? But everything that my mom and my father and my on both sides, my step-grandparents, it was so entrenched in the spirit of Africa. It was like we had never left there.
Absolutely.
And so not on a superficial sense of fashion, but just the whole thing of just walking out of the house in excellence. Like and I'm not talking about people who wear bonnets and all this, that, and the third. That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm just talking about just coming out of the house, excuse me, y'all, shit sugar shop. What we call a casket shop. That's what we do. So people like, oh, why you always dressed up? I'm an African. We always fly. And so I'm telling you guys, the way they make, and these clothes just ain't no cheap made. No, it's customized for you. The food, like y'all know I don't eat onions.
I think they call it haute couture.
Haute couture. Thank you so much. I know Spritz in the chat like those. She don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Look at Safi, like that's my auntie. That's Safi. You just love your auntie. Y'all know I'm ghetto. Okay. They know I was ghettoing. Hey, here go another funny story. Right. We on the bus. Right. We driving from the airport. Going to the school. Right. So they said we singing some song. Everybody they singing African songs, and everybody like, up here like, oh, get it. They're like, LaDosha, you say something. Now y'all know I can't sing, right? Here you go, Spritz. Right. This one dedicated to Spritz, right? And so they like, LaDosha, you say something. I'm like, I don't really know how to sing. So I do boy like, just say something. Come on. And Adam like, come on, say something. My two like, please don't let her. Don't let her. Why are you guys encouraging her? So I'm like, well, if you insist, so here I go. 3 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say something. They was like this. What did they do to you? What did the colonizer? What is she talking about? I'm like, y'all don't know who P. Diddy is. They was like, no. They was like, what are you talking about? It was so funny. So this is the beauty of cultural intercultural exchange, the dance, everything. It was just profound. Like, I don't eat onions. Really, everybody knows, like, I don't eat onions. I was like, no, I don't eat onions. Fatu was like, you will eat these onions. I'm like, no, I will not. I don't. You will eat.
You don't eat onions.
I only eat onions in the Gambia. When I tell you, I was eating the onions, eating the okra. You know, when I was a kid, like okra was all like slimy.
No. I ain't eating no okra. I ain't eating no okra.
Hey, when you go to the Gambia, check this out. I wish Chaz with Rashida. Fatu was like, what diet would you guys like? What would you? I said, we're gonna eat what y'all eat. We're not gonna come over there and ask for no pizza and all this. I said, but what I'm not gonna eat is goat. Now, I eat anything y'all have, but I'm not gonna eat any goat. Here I go, Monica. I'm sitting next to Safi. I'm in the lunchroom. I'm like, oh, Safi, this is so me and Chaz like, oh my God, this is the bomb. Oh my God, what is this? Safi was like, go. I said, oh, this is how good the food. We ate so much. much. We ate so much. It was just, it was no, I mean, I'm so glad I went home, and I'm saying it again.
Mm.
Come out of the bus, get off of the social media, and get on an airplane and come to Africa. All this stuff about you're going to catch something, and if a mosquito bites you, it was mosquitoes everywhere, Take your pills, take your shot, and you will have a wonderful time. And so, with that being said, she's, I love that go. Come on, Spritz. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's how okra came to the U.S. Thank you, Monica. Little known African history fact. Didn't know that. Okay. Oh yeah. We were also on line dancing. They was like, "What are y'all doing?" We were like, "Get on line dance." They're like, "No, get on out there and get it." Yeah. So the cultural intercultural exchange is the bomb. So as we wrap this up, please don't forget to hit that Cash App. So we want to raise $500 is our goal today, and I would like to be able to tell Safi and Fatu by the end of the day that we have reached that goal to donate
Absolutely.
$500 to this school. And so people don't just name a classroom after you. They don't take the opportunity to acknowledge all of the people who made it possible for our industry to go to the next level. They don't do these things, without some type of financial support. It costs money to open a school, to pay the staff, for marketing, to pay for the internet. These things cost. And like I said before, the Gambia, it is an up and coming country. I know people like that. It's developing. No, it's up and coming. This country is definitely trying to raise their GDP. They're looking for ways to do international exchange. And Fatu is providing their citizens with a way to do that. So when we come over there, we can do, as we say in the hood, the darn thing. So again, there is Fatu. So with that being said, if you are interested and you're like, I want to go, I would love to go to the Gambia. I would love to meet Safi and learn more about social media. How does she do what she do? I would love to meet Fatu and how does she do what she do? And all of the wonderful students, Omar
Yes.
Champion. I met so many wonderful people over there. Adu Boy, Nelly. So we still keep in touch with a lot of people. Yaz, these people are absolutely wonderful. Ibrahim, just wonderful, wonderful people. And so if this is your goal, maybe you're a teacher, you're a grant writer, a cosmetologist, a barber, just a regular person like Cheryl and I. Well, Cheryl ain't regular because her last name Morrow. But anywho, Cheryl. Cheryl, like, shut up, Kilolo. If you're just everyday persons like Cheryl and I, Safi and I, Fatu and I, then we have something wonderful to announce as we wrap this up. All right. We are pleased to announce, bam, there it is. Textures Intercultural
Oh,
Exchange
When it,
2025.
when
It's
it,
going
oh,
down. It's happening. It's happening. It's
oh.
happening. We are
When it,
going to do a second tour of this with the delegates. Our goal is to have a minimum of 10 delegates to travel with us for 10 days. If you cannot stay the 10 days, I'm sure Fatu and them can arrange to get you back to the airport, but you need to be there at least 7 days because it takes 1 day of travel to Mama Africa. So, and it's a 6 hour difference, and jet lag is real. Y'all know I'm from the hood. I didn't know jet lag was real.
and
I
this
ain't never been
time, this
nowhere. I
time we
just went
can even
downtown.
extend it to Senegal. This time we
Yeah,
can even go to Senegal and also see what our ancestors have done there. We can
oh
visit
my
Gore.
God.
I believe Cheryl have
Yes.
been there. Then we
yes,
can also extend this visit to also go to Senegal for a day or two and come back. So to learn more about our ancestors, learn more about what's happening. That last one was 10 days, and the landlord said, how can you be engaged 10 days non-stop? I said, it's the African magic. We've done it. And
that's
we're going to
right.
do it
Yes.
again. Yeah.
And then when I tell y'all, I know I'm talking about now. This is not the pretty trip, okay? Divas, stay home, okay? If you can't lift the fork, if you cannot walk up and down stairs, if you just must have air condition all the time, no, 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 no. This is a humanitarian and a educational endeavor. We're going over there to teach them something, and they are going. When I tell you, you gonna learn today. Baby, you gonna learn today when you go over to Gambia. And Banjul and Saki is not gonna do all the teaching. They just gonna sit back and say, just look at them. Bless they little
Yeah.
heart.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Just no, I'm just kidding.
I look
We
forward to
call
it.
it a one teach one, and still it will be a one teach one. We learn from you, and you can also learn a lot from us. And we blend all together, use it in the US and also in the Gambia.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
and we forgot to mention now. This is some behind the scenes stuff that we're doing. You guys don't know. Key Lolo, I'm telling y'all, I'll be doing the thing. Okay. So in case you guys not aware, thank you so much, Rashida. But what we are doing behind the scenes, but you guys can help us bring it to the front. So maybe you can't get to the Gambia, and maybe you just don't want to go. That's cool. We do have an agricultural program in the Gambia where we donate money for them to buy the seeds to grow all of their produce. And when I tell you it's a beautiful thing, we have a Facebook group. We send the money to Fatu, and Fatu makes it happen. And it is absolutely beautiful. If you're interested in that, just inbox Fatu, or if you want to donate, just put that in your Cash App. Agriculture, and we will make sure that we allocate your donation to the Gambia agricultural program. And so Terry Ali, my former boss, also Rashida's mom, she facilitates that whole exchange. So if you can't go and you're like, I'm really not into school, I done donated to so many schools, I'm always doing something, then donate to their agricultural program. And we've been doing this for about almost a year, maybe a little over a year. And so it's
This is
been
the third year,
consistent.
I think. We've been doing it for 3 years.
Three. Oh,
It's
look at
two,
me. I'm just so behind. 3 years
yes,
we've been
three
doing this.
years. And now the women have added, the group was like 50, 60, now they're 75. We're supporting 75 women to buy seeds, and they're feeding their families. They're empowered through agriculture. So this is also a very noble cause that people can support too.
It's so a little goes a long way is what we're trying to say here. And so there you have it. We're going to be announcing more about the Textures Intercultural Exchange in the weeks to come. All right. And so if this is something that you're interested in, we will have payment plans so you can pay your way. You'll have almost 9 months to pay your way to get there, so we can make it affordable, because I ain't got no money to just be buying no ticket like that. But I'm just talking about myself. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to make this accessible if you would like to come over to the Gambia and get your international exchange on. Miko is like, this is out of sight for her. She's like, oh my God. Yeah, Instagram is loving this whole live. So thank you so much, Instagram. Miko, again, she says, very impressive. Hard work prevails, and she congratulates everything that you guys are doing over at the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. All right, guys. I'm going to give each person an opportunity to just ask everybody why they should donate. And Cheryl, let's start with you. Why should people donate to the Gaye Njorro? Did we lose her? Oh, there she go. Oh, there she is.
Nope.
Let's start with you, Cheryl. Why should people donate to the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy? And hit that cash app, y'all. Come on, helps us out.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, let me just say this for me, and let me speak for myself. One of the things that keeps the passion going, no matter where you are, is to know that the industry that gives to you and allows you to make a living, somehow that can expand. And sometimes if you don't personally expand and you're just basically comfortable in what you're doing, but to make sure that your passion is always increased, and to make sure your passion stays fresh and cutting edge, and some part of you wants to always maintain excitement, and that is to always pour in to another area of your career, and to also make sure that other people feel the same way about you. So investing beyond your chair, and to give to it, not just another country, but a group of people, young people, as Fatu and Ladosha has done, it just the synergy and the energy comes back to your own personal career, and it just keeps you connected to the broader goal. Here is to make sure, as an industry, the global and domestic part of your career, it's just good for synergy, good for your kind of like your business karma. It just keeps the passion fresh, and then get the report back and to see the things you guys are doing. It just make the synergy and the all of the hormones, the serotonin, the oxytocin. It just makes me feel so much more passionate about the expansion and what I'm contributing to. So I invite you guys to be part of that. To
And y'all
maintain.
keep those donations. They're coming. The donations are coming. They are coming. Thank you guys so very much. This is going good, Fatu. All right. We have a question about STEM. Now, STEM is science, right? Technology,
Yes.
engineering, and mathematics. Now, that
Yeah.
language of STEM is not used in the Gambia, but this is why we need what? Let me just show the little
It is
image right
used in
here.
the
That's,
Gambia.
oh,
It
it
is
is
used
used.
in the
Here we go.
Gambia. Oh
There we. Oh,
yes,
sorry. And this is why
it
we
is.
need.
We
Uh,
have we have our centers in the rural. We're doing energy, climate change. We're doing refrigeration, air
you
conditioning.
shut me
We're
up. Go
doing
ahead. I'm sorry.
electricity and solar. So STEM is happening. Yes.
All right, she just shut me up. All right.
And
Shut up, Dosha.
even in Kotu, we have introduced digital skills, photography teaching, entrepreneurship. So all of this involves digital education as well.
All right, so there you have it. STEM. That's thank you so much, Monica. And this is why we need textures intercultural exchange. I've just been corrected poignantly. They do have STEM there in those capacities. And if this is your lane and we need to grow their STEM operations and you know how to make this happen, make it your point to come with us to help them grow that and let them share with you, right, what they're doing with their STEM, so you can bring some of their information, back to the United States, because United States, we just there's a large portion of people who do not believe that global warming and the climate change and all this stuff is real. But as you can see in the Gambia, they're like, no, it's real. Stop messing around, Ladosha. You don't know what you're talking about. They do have STEM. Okay, so if this is your lane, please come on and plan to join us in 2025 as we go via Textures Intercultural Exchange 2025. Okay, Safi, your turn. Why should people continue? Thank you guys. And if you're a popular person and you cool, a lot of you got like 5 friends, like I got 5 friends to donate. Ask your friends to donate if you're popular like that. Okay, please do that, y'all. Seriously, Safi, why should they donate to the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy?
One of our core values is sustainability and innovation. So, with the help of your donation, we can sustain, we can improve our facilities, we can help students to enhance their capacities in training. All of this can help us with the donations and with creating more awareness through events, help them buy their educational needs, materials. All of this will help us sustain and improve the lives of young people.
Okay. All right. All right. That's Safi giving you a reason why you should donate. Now, we've got various amounts of donations coming in. And so, of course, we're past that $130 that I mentioned when we first went live. So please continue to keep them coming. And I'm hoping that by tomorrow morning, we'll be able to announce the total amount that we have raised for the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. And so, Fatu, can you close us out with why should people hit that cash app $ Miss Ladosha? Okay. And I do have Zelle. If anybody wants to inbox me for Zelle, I do have Zelle. If you don't have cash, we do take cash. If you want to come to this, and yeah. So, but anywho, Fatu, why should our brothers and sisters from around the globe, because people are from all over, should they donate to the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy?
Why this is support is to support to empower women, support to empower youth, support to change the mindsets of young people and give them a mindset of innovative creativity, earning for themselves, be independent so that we will try to cope like crimes, illegal migration, prostitution, because if somebody is skillful, they'll not think about all that. All what goes into their mind is creativity, innovation, and having an edge on what they do. So let us change the mindsets of the young people. In the Gambia right now, we see a lot of crimes, a lot of gender-based violence happening. All these things we can curb through giving them skills so that they can believe in themselves and empower themselves in a more decent way than get into those absolute ways that are not good. So for me, I see, some we talk about sustainability, which is very good, but let's empower these young people to also sustain themselves for the future, not just now, but also for the future, so that they can grow with something that is respectful, grow with something that they've worked so hard to get, grow with something that is something that is decent for them and be independent, be able to stand up for themselves and do some things for themselves. This is what I see in supporting our cause, because our cause is to change the mindset of the young people, get them off the streets with the marketable skills. So support them
Mm,
in that process.
right.
And we're also looking for partners. If there are people that can, like you're talking about Monique, if she had things that she can add value to our STEM system, we're really open for collaborations. We're really open for partnership. Anyhow that we can give the quality skills, anyhow that we can add value to what we do to make it much, much, much better and give our students the chance of standing out and, having an edge in whatever they do and compete in the stiff market of business. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, Cheryl. We should be doing this.
Absolutely.
I'm so
I,
pleasure.
Absolutely.
I,
And
Fatu
thank you,
must got
Sabi.
the
You
Fatu
know
must
what,
have the
Sabi?
magic voice because them things is just a time. It's just we got. Well, I'm gonna put all my bills on Fatu and let her start
Oh,
talking because the more she talking was like ting ting. Hey,
oh, that's nice.
people think as
And
cosmetologists.
Sophie's gonna be the next CEO very soon. So Cheryl, let us say, we are the mentors. Let's mentor her to come up. And I'm so happy that you made her speak today. So let's keep on doing this so that she'll have the strength to come out. And when the time comes, she'll lead the institution. She had a young brain, very innovative. She's studying masters, she's doing her masters in project management. So
Oh
let's
my
push the
goodness.
projects to her so that she'll be doing it.
Wow, I'm telling
My
y'all.
love to CJ, my love to Kennedy Fatima,
Oh yes, do
my
you guys?
newest
I'm
baby, my
telling
newest
y'all. I'm
granddaughter.
trying to get y'all to
Yeah.
to the choir right about now. But I'm telling you guys, um,
Mm,
those of you who are pro free enterprise, we're telling you that education will enhance the free enterprise. We
yeah.
know people like we don't need nobody regulating us, telling us how we can do here and how we can cut, and we just want to work, 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 work. We understand that, but there is something to be said about education. You just heard Fatu say she's passing the baton to her daughter. We just showed you that Dr. Willie Morrow passed the baton to his daughter.
Okay.
So you're
Yeah.
seeing in real time. I'm not even related to
Mhm.
Fatu. Well, I think I'm related to Cheryl. She don't know that yet. Anywho, I swear my last name is Morrow. But anywho, but I'm not
Oh,
even
wait. But,
related.
but, but, but let me just say this.
Go ahead.
This, other than myself, I don't know anybody who my dad would say, I agree.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
I
said
mean,
she told my dad what she was gonna do, and he said, okay, I agree.
yes, that and you can see that in the documentary. It's almost time to celebrate second years on that. But your donations, they do make a difference. And we appreciate every single thing that you guys have to offer. Samantha just came through and said she'll donate through PayPal. You can do that as well. We're very open. If you have an ideal that you want to do a fundraiser for them as well, let us know. If your goal, you want to maybe raise $100 for the school, it is nonprofit. Can you speak to that, Fatu, that it is a nonprofit organization?
Sure.
So I'm not going to take the money, y'all. Y'all know I'm good for it. But anywho, go ahead, Fatu.
Oh yeah.
I ain't
Yes,
going
we
to the
have a
mall saying
foundation.
like, don't you
We have a
get out of
foundation.
TJ Maxx.
Yes. You will not do that.
So tell them
So
that about the
we have a
nonprofits because
foundation as
people may
well,
want to
and
know.
it's a non-profit because in the province we had two schools that we 100% support the young people through the school that we have in the urban. So what we do is we pay the staffs and get some students to be trained if we do not have funding, but we pay that through our school here to support the young people because we do not want to see any of them roaming in the streets. As far as the center is there, we always try to make sure the center works. And let us say you visited the center in Farafenya when you came. So now the summer center is fully working as well. We're also supporting young people. Right now we're doing the STEM courses in the rural where we're doing refrigeration and air conditioning. We're doing electrical, plumbing, and solar. So we're doing all those to make sure that these young people, these kids are demanded in those areas, and these young people can do it and then have a job to be able to support themselves, support their families, and also add value to national development. All whatever we do is on humanitarian, and whatever comes to us goes back to the community and goes back to the people that are very vulnerable and needs it.
Yes, yes. And so in closing, I hope this picture is very telling. I hope this picture is extremely inspirational. Um, I also hope this picture is very validating. And then last but not least, I hope this picture is definitely demonstrating the power of God, Allah, and what infinite potential can do for you. I really, really do love Dr. Willie Morrow. And if it was not for that last piece of that puzzle that was missing in my career and my life to help me understand why I love what I do, because people, I get teased all the time. Like, you always passionate. You just always happy. I hope this picture shows you guys why I'm not afraid to love, and why I truly do believe when people say, "How are you doing?" When I say super fantastic African magic, this picture is capturing all of that. And your donations help made that possible. I'm from the hood, y'all. Y'all can tell I'm struggling with this enunciation shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm struggling. And so I'm an everyday person. I'm just like y'all, but I wanted to do something because I love people and people love me. And everything that you guys are doing to donate to this school, it is going to resonate tenfold. I'm telling you, that money is going to make a big, big difference. And Cheryl and I, and all of the people in the chat who have supported the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel, you guys are the change agents. And so we really, really appreciate what you all have done for the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy. I have no doubt we're going to make this happen. Do you think we're going to reach $500, Cheryl?
What you think?
Oh, I know it's going to
What you
happen.
think? I think.
I
I
know.
know. I know we will. I know we will.
On a text.
I don't think. I know we will.
We're gonna reach this amount, y'all. Okay, we're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna send that over via Tape Bully. And Fatu. And now if you donate afterwards, I'll send that over too. Now if it has to come when you get your paycheck, ain't no problem. If you want to take that dress back, go on, take that dress back to the store, take them shoes back, send it on back, and send that money on over to Fatu. I done did it too. I heard Yvonne Point to tell that story. God made her take back all them clothes and open up that school in Africa. I can relate. God will do that to you. Say, you don't need that. Go on over to Africa and let them make you a dress. Okay. So if that compels you, then go ahead on and return it and let's donate. I thank you guys so very much from the bottom of my heart. We got to
Absolutely.
show one more again. Let me show that picture one more time, just so y'all can see that this is what love looks like every day in the Gambia. There is Fatu
Wow.
there, and we have a classroom, the Ladosha right, classroom of cosmetology. We got us a wall of honor. These are our ancestors. We got Safi sitting over there. You see what Olive Benson is? Safi picture going there next year. Safi picture is going to see
Oh, yes.
CJ already.
Uh-huh.
CJ like, come on now, ma. Come on now. I just made that, ma. Come on, y'all. Put your hands together for Safi, because Safi is going to be
Let's put
taking
our hands
over.
together for CJ too.
That's right. Yes. So Safi is going to be up here, up on that wall of fame next year. That wall of honor. I'm sorry, it's not a wall of fame. It is a wall of honor. And so Fatu came up with that. I can't, I'm just gonna tell the truth. So because we honor and we honor you, Safi. You're the future. You have
Yeah.
the support of Cheryl and I. Like you never know, baby. When I tell you, we're gonna make sure you get what you need.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? We're gonna make that happen. So we will be back here tonight at 6:00 on the dumbest that people say about Black hair. You guys again have helped us change the narrative about the education and barbering and cosmetology. This is what we do. We have libraries, y'all. They don't think this is what we do, Cheryl. This is the only school, the only cosmetology school in the world. Do y'all hear that? In the world that has its own library. People was coming over from Germany and all to see this lot. Like this school got a library. It's small now. It's neat like that, but it's used now. It don't look like that when it's used. We just want to let y'all know we cleaned it up that day. That library is used. We need to get some new computers. So let's get ready for Textures Intercultural Exchange 2019. And I think that's this show. 2025. Thank you. 2025. Okay, Fatu, close us out with some nice esoteric African, love for us so we can just go ahead and get ready. Anything you want to
say? Peace, love, and hair.
Peace, love, and hair.
Peace, love, and hair. Put your hands together for Safi. All right, my little niece. All right. Put your hands together for the founder of the Gaye Njorro Skills Academy, the one and only Fatu Saint Gaye. Put your hands together for Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. And we're going to be back at 6:00. And we're going to keep asking y'all for some money until we hit that mark. So that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because we love you guys so much. All right. She said that's what we're going to do. And we're closing out. And we shall be back. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, being absolutely wonderful. All right, guys. See you guys a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye.
He was truly not just the barber, but he was the scientist, so he could make up stuff.
Always inventing, Morrow is said to have originated the popular 1980s hairstyle, the Jerry curl, before its namesake creator, Jerry Redding.
Mr. Morrow's curl version is 8 years before the commercialization one we know as Jerry.